Hey, good morning. Had a great weekend. I hope you did as well. Went and saw the movie Suffragette. Great movie. I was really glad to go see it. I actually went to go see it with the YWCA here in Austin, Texas. They showcased the film and talked about what they do over at the YWCA. But I just want to tell you a little bit about my thoughts about the movie. Great movie. How often do you get to see a film about women's rights or women's voting rights in particular? This film was set in England during the early 1900s, and really great film, great acting. A lot of themes that were covered during the film I thought were ones that you might want to know about. In particular, the film talked about relations between wives and their husbands. Some of the abuse that went on, the abuse at the work, the abuse by police officers. We're talking about a lot of different themes that I think resonate with our what's going on in our country today. When you think about women's rights in general, when you think about police brutality. And I really like this film. There's controversy related to the film because you don't really see any people of color. Nada. At the same time, I think there's some important things to recognize here. Here you are able to identify with the struggles of these hardworking, working poor, white Europeans who are struggling, who are being beat down, who all they want to do is be able to have the right to vote. You have to kind of be there with them during this film. Only thing that I was wondering about was, there's kind of an unconscious bias there because here we are watching this film, identifying with what their struggle is, yet this film in many ways is no different than watching Straight Outta Compton. Here they are, the police brutalizing folks, taking their rights away. Yet there's some folks who will identify with the struggle of suffragette and see someone who looks like them, who talks, maybe not talks like them, but definitely looks like them, and who's having the same kind of struggle, yet will watch a film like Straight Outta Compton and make no kind of connection whatsoever. And let's be real clear. Straight Outta Compton did quite well and probably was going to make more money than Suffragette. And so that's not the issue. What I would say to you is there's some people in our world who will see the story of these poor, working class women trying to struggle for their own rights and not receive them. And then we'll watch a story like Straight Outta Compton and not really make the connection that the struggles are very similar. And what we call that in the work that I do around conscious bias is that it's kind of the in-group bias where you're able to see people who look like you, who talk like you, who smell like you, who come from a similar background, and you're able to kind of really identify with what they're doing and their struggle, even though you may have not been through it yourself. However, you see someone go through the same identical kinds of struggles, but you don't really identify with them because maybe they don't look like you, maybe they don't have the same values as you. Maybe they come from a different country or speak another language. You don't have that sense of in-group kind of identification. You don't have that affinity for them. You're not willing to kind of see that innocence that they possess like every other person. And so there's the bias. I hope that you're willing to support our cause, this unconscious bias e-learning project. Hope you have a great week and talk to you soon. Take care.